Can Jamaica's Danielle Williams win gold again at World Championships 2022? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now please hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. Look, we have a personal goal of getting to 10,000 subs. We're almost here. We're getting there because of people like yourself. So please hit that button. Also, if you enjoy our content, hit the like button. The algorithms absolutely love the engagement. It helps to push us out. It's really, really important. So please hit the like button. And of course, leave a comment. Sometimes I do not agree with you, but more often than not, I learn something. I'm normally astounded as to your sports knowledge, your track and field knowledge. So please, leave a comment. So are ready to talk about Danielle Williams? When you're ready? Yep! Good to go! Danielle Williams is arguably one of Jamaica's most successful Jamaican female hurdlers. At the Beijing IAAF World Championships in 2015, Danielle wins the women's 100-meter hurdles in an astounding 12.57 in convincing style. Now, I've often said on this channel that one of the greatest disciplines of sprinting, if not the greatest discipline, is actually the 110-meter hurdles men and 100-meter hurdles women. We're talking about strength, speed, technicalities, and stamina. 2017 at the Jamaican trials, she wins at the Jamaican National Trials in 2017 in a time of she wins in a time, of 12.56, lowering her Beijing time. And of course, Williams wins the National Trials in 2017 in extremely dominant and convincing form. You see, at this point, Williams was ranked as one of the top 3 women's 100-meter hurdlers globally, and had successfully defended this top 3 title for quite some time. You're going to see in this race, completely, utterly dominant. Just look at this. Pulls up the side bag and Tapper pulls away. And Tapper is no chicken, okay? Tapper is a remarkably talented hurdler. So Williams, for several years now, from at least 2014, 2015, has been Jamaica's most dominant female hurdler and has consistently won accolades globally. I mean, she's a gold medalist in the World Championships. She later goes on to win a bronze medal in the World Championships and has finished at least 2 times in the finals of the women's 100-meter hurdles at the World Championships. So we're talking about a world-class athlete at the top of her game, certainly in 2015. Now, the question becomes, why haven't we seen Danielle Williams in recent years as dominant? In 2019 at the Brussels Diamond League, she wins in 12.48, beating Kenny Harrison, the world record holder. Now that's really important. Kenny Harrison out of the United States is still currently the world record holder. And not only does she defeat Kenny Harrison here, she destroys an entire field. The 3 top American sprinters at the time, all 3, she beats them by a clear 2 to 3 meters. Now, let me explain something to the people. You don't see that in the hurdles, and certainly not at that level. Brussels Diamond League, you're talking about the best of the best, and she dominates. Same 2019, she goes on to Doha, and in the semifinals, she wins running 12.41. Remarkable time. In fact, she enters the Doha World Championships in 2019 as the favorite to win. And up to the semifinals, she's spectacular, winning convincingly in the semifinals. I mean, that it looks close, but that's in the hurdles. That's a pretty good win. That's a pretty good win. So what you saw earlier in Brussels was true dominance. Now she goes on into the finals of the World Championship in Doha 2019, and she places third, running 12.47, behind Kendra Harrison, the world record holder, who comes second, and the winner, Nia Ali of the United States, both of whom you just saw her beat. You just saw her beat both of these people. Now, you have to remember that, as I keep saying, the hurdles is a very technical thing. The hurdles is on the day and at the moment. The hurdles is like Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? it's literally that. You could be the best of the best. Now, one of the things I wanted to mention to you as we continue this discussion is that what had happened in Doha, prior to Doha, and why Brussels was important, is that at the Jamaica national trial, she had false started, that is Danielle Williams, and she refused to leave the track. So as a result of that, the JAA, the Jamaica Athletic Committee, said, we are not selecting you, you are not going to Doha. So Brussels is how she got there. Did I just say got there? People, that's incorrect here. It's got there. That is got to Doha. Winning in Brussels, that got her to Doha. Now in 2021, the world champion Danielle Williams equaled her personal best of 7.86 seconds when she won the women's 60-meter hurdles event. And that's important. This is earlier this year. This is February, I think, 23rd of earlier this year. Entering the Olympic season as one of the top 3 favorites. That's a pretty fast time in the 60 meters. Williams, who improved to join third in the world, was the only Jamaican winner at the meet. So she enters the 2021 season as one of the clear favorites, if not the clear favorite. And here at the national trials, we all know what goes on, what happens here. She is the person that everyone is focusing on. We all expect her to go on to win this and get to the Olympics and hold the flag high and possibly even win. Remember, she entered as one of the top 3 fastest persons in the world, certainly in the 60-meter hurdles. So that put her up in the ranking there as a clear medal favorite at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Now we all know what happened here at this meet. This meet was very fortuitous. Not to make any excuses for the brilliant Danielle Williams, but this meet happened like 9 o'clock in the morning, which is really not the best time for any athlete to run. Not everybody can run at that time in the morning. And she just didn't seem to have been at her best. In fact, I'm almost certain she was the one who held up her hand. You saw her hold up her hand. She just didn't seem to be very focused to me at the time when I was watching this thing live. Maybe I was wrong. I don't think, no, she wasn't the one that held up her hand. But she just didn't look to me like Danielle. She didn't look like the Danielle Williams that I'd grown accustomed to seeing, not as confident. But she was one of the clear favorites to represent us, to get through these trials. But we all know what happened in these trials. Like I said, these trials happened like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, which is a ridiculous time to ask any athlete to get up and run. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it if you're asked by the JAA to run. But it was kind of ridiculous to ask them to run at this time. And we all know what happened here. While the entire world is looking at Danielle, it's the young Megan Tapper who comes flying, the 27-year-old comes flying out there on the outside to win in 12.70, and you can see her elation. Danielle Williams was just not at her best. We also know that at the same meet at the same time in the morning, another hurdler, male hurdler, did not make it, the clear favorite to get through. I personally think that 8, 9 o'clock in the morning thing, people, I genuinely think it affected Danielle Williams. I'm not making any excuses for her. Like I said, it's not everybody who can get up and run at that time in the morning. And if you notice at international events globally, nobody asks anyone to run at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, certainly not in the sprints, 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. It was just kind of too early, I think. And it sort of kind of threw her off her game. But on the day, the better person won. And I said this to you several times before. Hurdles is a Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? It's really, what have you done for me lately? That's how hurdles are. It's so technical that you could be as fast as lightning. But if you're not going over those hurdles right, you're not hitting your steps in between correctly, you are in big trouble. And on the day, Megan Tapper was just the better hurdler. And kudos to her. And Danielle Williams did not do very well. Here it is. In an article, basically it says only minutes before another Jamaican favorite, World 2015 World Champion and 2019 World Championships bronze medalist Danielle Williams led early in the 100 meters hurdles final, but faded into fourth place in 12.79. Racing from lane 8, Megan Tapper topped the field in 12.68, with Brittany Anderson, of course, and Yannick Thompson taking second. Yannick taking second and Brittany taking third. She said it. She says, a difficult moment indeed, said Williams. It just wasn't to be today. My legs would not go or respond. And I'm going to be honest, I get it. Like I said, this is a very technical sport. This is not the normal kind of sport. It's about technique and speed and the combination of both. And I really believe that on the day, at that time in the morning, herself and Omar McLeod, it threw them off their whole race plan. And she just probably wasn't warmed up enough. She wasn't ready, and she just she was not able to deliver. And again, she did not make it to the Olympics, which is kind of strange, Anyway, she didn't get to the Olympics. Now, why I asked the question is that just a few months ago, I think in August, at the Paris Diamond League, the Paris Diamond League, she runs a season's best of 12.50. I'm going to show you the race. This is her winning, again, by a clear meter. Look, a clear meter. Beating Megan Tapper, who comes third. And she beats everybody convincingly. Now, I really do think, just bear with me, 2015, she wins very convincing fashion. 2019, she comes third, but like I said, hurdles is about in the moment. Hurdles is literally a what have you done for me lately. I know I keep saying that, but that's a fact. The closest way to explain to you what hurdles is about. It's at the moment. You could have run the best, but if you just graze a hurdle, it's game over. Now, Kamacha Quinn won the Olympic gold medal in an Olympic record time of 12.26 earlier this year. So then we have world record holder Kendra Harrison, they also call her Kenny Harrison, whose world record time, of course, is 12.20. Unbelievably impressive time, which is why it's a world record time. Then now we're looking at the bronze medalist, Jamaica's Megan Tapper, who ran her personal best of 12.53. Danielle Williams' season's best this year was 12.50. And her PB is 12.32. Follow what I'm saying to you. She just ran in August 12.50, which means that if she had made the finals of the Olympic Games, if she had gotten there, she would have won with that time. She would have come third with that time. And with her PB of 12.32, and she seems to be getting back into great shape. And I need you to understand this. Danielle Williams is only 29 years of age. She's the same age as Elaine Thompson. Megan Tapper is 27. She's still a very, very young person, still entering into her prime as a hurdler and sprinter. So if she ran a PB in the 60 meters in February of this year, we had a very weird kind of national Olympic trials, and she didn't do very well, which is understandable because of the weird time of the morning that they had that trial. And I know some of you are going to say excuses, but it's just a fact. Not to mention the fact that 2020, the entire world, we're still experiencing it, the pandemic, which meant that everybody had the longest off season in the history of athletics. She looks to me like she's just getting back into shape. 12.50 in August says to me right at the end of the season that at only 29 years of age. Now, you're talking about someone who has already won the World Championships, who came third in the World Championships, who is still one of the top 5 hurdlers on the planet. Quinn's Olympic time is a time, I think Danielle Williams could run that time. All the indicators are there, people. Clearly at the Olympic trials, she was just off. It was kind of obvious. She wasn't the only one. And if you're running a 12.50, she could have at least gotten a bronze. And I've already shown you races earlier where she beat the world record holder by a mile. By a mile in 2019. By a mile. She is a live threat, people. Meaning, she can, without a doubt, next year at the World Championships in the United States, she can win gold. She can retain her title. She can win back her title that she had in 2015. And if not gold, she can definitely medal. She seems to be getting back into form. Look, a lot of us have forgotten, what this pandemic did to a lot of our athletes. They weren't able to train properly. I also think that's one of the reasons why Omar McLeod didn't perform the way we expected him to perform. A lot of people were completely thrown off. And then that national trial, remember that they were supposed to do it the night before, and then they had to get something happened that they had to do it very, very, very early in the morning. Many of the athletes didn't get enough rest. And so therefore, kudos to Megan Tapper. And I'm not taking any away from Megan Tapper. I'm simply saying, based on Danielle Williams' record, 2015 win, 2019 Doha, 3rd place, beating Kendra Harrison on numerous occasions. In fact, in 2019, Kendra Harrison only beat her twice. The fact that the pandemic would have affected her and many other athletes, she wasn't the only person. Yeah, I think in 2022, just 29 years of age, still running at great times, she can win. She can win gold. She can win gold in next year. And I'm not saying that we should count out Camacha Quinn. She's remarkable, or Kendra Harrison, or Megan Tapper. But I'm saying she's in the mix to win gold, and it is highly possible. Look, I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Please remember, hit the subscribe button. It helps us to grow. It's continuous growing. We're getting to that 10,000 subs because of you. So please hit that subscribe button, people. If you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and go check out some of our other content. And if you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when we have content coming out. And we do this almost daily. And leave a comment. I really want to know your thoughts on this. And as always, bless up. Yeah. Bless up. Bless up, people.